So per usual, I'm sitting down in my hotel room on the floor, and I just wanted to do a video summing up my experience as a Black female traveling alone in South Korea. So I said it in my previous vlog that I would give my experience a 7.5 to 7.8 out of 10, but I did want to talk about like the instances of discrimination, and maybe it might be racism that I experienced here. All in all, I had a good trip, but before we start on talking about the positives, I just want to get the negatives out of the way, because a lot of people, especially on YouTube, they say like, Korea is amazing, and it is. I had a really great time, but like if you're like a minority and a visible minority such as myself, your experience will be a little different. I don't know, because I've never experienced discrimination or racism ever, and that's, people might say like, oh, she's lying. I'm like, no, I've never experienced it ever. And I live in Canada where, things are slowly becoming like America. So number one, a lot of stares. I got a lot of stares from both men and women, but a lot of it seemed like the stares or the dirty stares came from women. And that was, I don't know if I would say surprising that it came from women, like almost like the dirty stares, but just the staring in general was surprising, because again, Canada is like a melting pot, so you have a lot of people from different countries, ethnicities, races, a lot of different cultures. And again, I'm in South Korea, which is very a homogenous country, so that's understanding that some people haven't come in contact with like people from different countries, different cultures, different ethnicities, because again, it's a homogenous country. But now we're in 2023, times have changed. Foreigners such as myself are visiting this beautiful country, so you're going to see a lot of diverse people coming and going, and a lot of I guess they say foreigners are starting to live here. So diversity is starting to be a thing here, even though it's very homogeneous. Is that the word, homogeneous, or still homogenous? Anyways, so there's that. The second thing I would say that I didn't love about Korea is the spitting. I've heard about that, but I was like, maybe it was one or two instances. No, a lot of, I would say for me, that I saw and heard were men spitting. And I don't know if that's because like they smoke a lot that you need to clear your throat, but I really hate, like in general, hearing people like that it makes me so sick. I hate hearing that. So I heard that quite a bit wherever I went, and I just kind of like la 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 was like making noise to myself, because I hate hearing that sound. It's so gross to me. So that was number two. Number three, there was an instance where I went into a restaurant, and I don't know if it's because I'm a foreigner, I don't know it's because I'm Black, but there was someone already in the restaurant eating, and it was quite a small restaurant. And the lady was like, I'm like, just for one. And she's like, no, we're closed. Like, even though there's a language barrier, she's like, closed. And I'm like, oh, and then I pointed to him, and she's just like waved me off. And so I just laughed, and I was like, that's kind of weird. I didn't like that. I don't know what happened. Don't know if it was a race thing. But I went to eat somewhere else that, was a bigger restaurant. They were happy to have me. And the gentleman also spoke English, but that doesn't matter. Or maybe it does, I don't know. But the owner of the restaurant was more welcoming than the previous lady from the small restaurant. So there was that. And when I passed by that restaurant that denied me, there was like the same man and another person in there eating. So that was, I don't know. I don't know what you would call that. If that's racism, discrimination, if she really was closed and that person eating there, I don't know. Like, tell me in the comments what it is. So I felt kind of very bummed out that day because that experience was like, well, was it racism? Was it discrimination? Like, I know there's a language barrier, but so far throughout my trip, I've been getting by with like the minuscule amount of Korean that I know and the English that some of the people speak. So we've been able to communicate in some weird Korean English kind of melting fusion of our languages. But that day was kind of weird. And so far, those are the three things that I just didn't like while I was here in Korea. And yeah, just going back to the staring, it really did make me feel uncomfortable because it made me feel as if like, is there something wrong with my being? Like, I know I'm Black, but like, I'm just Black. I can't do anything about my race. I'm not gonna lighten my skin. And you know, it's just interesting. Another experience that I didn't like, along with, you know, the stares that I received, is being followed around. And I wouldn't say it was at all the stores I went to. It's only at one particular store that I went to. So in Myeongdong, there's a whole bunch of chains of the store called All Mask Story. And so they sell face masks, cleansers, toners, lip masks, everything related to skincare, they sell it. And no matter what location of that store I went to in Myeongdong, the ladies would always follow me around. Now, there are some ladies who are like, you know, really nice, offered me a basket to do my shopping, and, you know, said, if you have any, you know, can I help you in some sort of kind of, you know, actions to like suggest, like, you know, if I can help you find something. Or they would say, because some of them did speak English, you know, what kind of skin do you have? So like, here's some products that I would suggest. But the majority of my experience at that store was these ladies following me around, and the store would have like at least 5 different people there of different ethnicities shopping, and they would follow me. Like, I would try to like pivot to a different aisle so that they, you know, go look after somebody else. But somehow they managed to like, you know, follow me to that aisle, and it was so annoying. And it got to a point at 2 of the different locations that I was like, can you stop following me? Like, I just, obviously I couldn't say it in Korean because I don't know any Korean. That's like my bad. But like, I just had to like gesture, like, just like stop, because it was getting so annoying and I felt so invaded and disrespected. Because number one, I don't steal, and number 2, I'm here to shop and spend money, so don't follow me. And those 2 times that I really just like fucking had it, I literally just left my basket and walked out and called it like a day with that store. Like, I ended up going back on different days and buying stuff because like, I'm here to shop, like I want to buy these products, but I just had it with like these ladies following me that like, it just bothered me to my core. Because it's not like, oh, and someone might say in the comments like they weren't following you or whatnot. It's like they were literally following me every step I took and grabbed a product to look at it. They were right there. I turned the other way to go to a different aisle, follows me right there. And I was just like, stop, like, please just stop. Like, I just want to shop in peace. And it's just that store, All Mask Story. It was just that store. Like, I went into some cosmetic stores, a whole bunch of clothing stores, you know, no one followed me around. But the ladies and those stores in Myeongdong. So maybe it had to do with I'm black. It probably, you know what, it 100%, like, let's just cut the bull and say it's because I'm black. And you know, there's negative stereotypes in the media that they probably think are attached to me because of the color of my skin, but that's not all black people, it's not all white people, it's not all Asian people, it's not all people of certain races. Or people steal. It doesn't matter what color you are, people steal in this like life, but I do not steal. And I don't like almost you following me suggesting like I'm gonna steal something so you have to watch me. I don't like it. At this point, I'm rambling on about that. So let's talk about the positives and the positive experiences. The number one positive thing I love about Korea, even though I got lost a couple of times, like I just took the wrong turn, is the subway system. The subway system is legit, like here. It's so intricate, but it makes sense. It literally makes sense. By like day 3, 4, like I was getting it because I was going to the same places, but also there's always a label like turn here to get here, you know, go straight. If you, there's so much labeling that it makes it easy for a foreigner such as myself to get around Seoul. So I love that. Their like transit system is the best. And I don't know how to say it, if it's Naver or Naver. That app is amazing, which helped me get around Seoul, because that app is to a T legit, like turn here, because Google Maps doesn't really work. Like I used it like once in a while, but Naver, that's like the way to go. The second thing that I love about Korea is just the photo booths. I love the photo booths. I mean, people might say that's silly, but there's like so many different aesthetic photo booths out there that like there's a style, there's colors, there's props for everyone, anyone, whatever your style is, there's a photo booth for you. And traveling alone, I was like, I don't want to do photo booths because it's just me. Like, is it gonna be fun? But literally, like after I did my first 2, I'm like, I'm loving this. Like, this is a thing. Like, if you had a partner or like a group of friends, doing photo booths is like the way to go. I don't even know if we have like any or like any good ones in Canada, but like if there are, like I would start using them because I really enjoyed the photo booths. I should have said food. Like the third thing I love about Korea, the portions are like humongous. And maybe it's not the portions, but the amount of side dishes that you get for your meal is like, you get like 5, 6, I don't even know, but you get like so many that like I'm full. Like I've wasted so much food being here, like, and it's not because like the food's bad, the food is good, it's just like the amount of food. Like I got, is it bulgogi, like it's meat, and I paid like 8,000, 9,000 won, and it was such a big plate, and I got like 5 side dishes. I couldn't even finish. I think I finished only half of the plate of meat because I literally was stuffed. Like I had like some water, like I was pacing myself too. So I was like, okay, I can do this, I can eat this food. Couldn't eat it. Like this trip, like it was hard for me to eat. And even when I did have like Korean barbecue, like I just had like a small piece of pork belly, which you'll see in my vlog, but like it was literally one strip of pork belly. But with the amount of sides that I got, like I was stuffed by the last bite of pork belly. I'm like, I can't do anymore. Like, and I only had water, I had lettuce, I had some of the sauce. Like I didn't even have that much, but like the food is so good, and like it's healthy as well too. Some of it's not healthy. I mean, I've had ramen or ramyeon, I don't know how to say it, But I'll go with the English way, ramen. And it was so good. I just got full so fast. I've tried so many different types of food. I shouldn't say so many. So I had Korea's take, or their version of American style food, which it's all right. It's American, it's Western food. And so the only difference I would notice is the cheese. Like a lot of it's like it tastes like almost like artificial liquid cheese. I don't know why I would think that I would like it, because I don't even like it back home. So that's just, I don't know. I just wanted to try it. The pizza's good here. I mean, I basically just did basic cheese pizza because, again, I shouldn't even be eating cheese because lactose intolerant. So that's really bad. But the pizza was good. I wouldn't mind. I loved the street food. The street food was amazing. Like I had mandu, so dumplings at one of the markets. I had like chicken skewers, and I've had like a Korean pancake, which it basically had like sesame seed and honey inside of it, and it's deep fried. I went back to that vendor like 3 times because I'm like, your pancake, or is it hotteok? I have no idea, but the Korean pancake with honey in it, best dessert I've ever had. And I might have it later today, since, you know, I don't think they have it back home. Maybe they do, but like it tastes better here. I'm 100% sure, and I know like the food here tastes better than back in Toronto. I just really enjoyed my trip. Like there's obviously a couple of hiccups and bumps along the way. Again, my luggage got lost. Well, it didn't get lost. They just didn't board it on the plane, which I don't get that. They said there was like a conveyor belt issue because I had a connecting flight. Don't know how that matters, because even if the conveyor belt's not working, just manually grab my luggage and put it on the plane. That was the first annoying thing about my trip, is like waiting for my luggage to arrive, which we'll see in my first vlog, Korea Diaries vlog. So there was that. But all in all, Korea is like amazing. I went to Busan and I really enjoyed my experience there. It was very peaceful. I didn't really have a plan when I went to Busan, but I just knew that like I wanted to be by the ocean. I just wanted to like up my self-care vacation by just being in a very kind of tranquil environment. So I loved it there, and I would go again. I really spent most of my time in haeundae Beach, in that area. So I didn't really spend time in Busan, but I did go to the Gamcheon Culture Village, which I loved, and I saw the mural of Jungkook and Jimin, so I love that. But when I come again, which I don't even know how many years, because it was an expensive trip, it really was, but it was definitely worth it. It was definitely in my top 5 of like best trips I've been to. And there's other places that I really want to visit. Like I would love to go to Jeju Island. Like it looks beautiful. And hopefully the next time I come, I don't know. Hopefully the next time I come, I bring my partner, or like go on a trip with my girlfriends, but who knows? Like I really do enjoy traveling alone, but obviously traveling with other people is even better. But if no one wants to travel to where I want to travel, I'm going to travel. Another thing I would say that I really did love about Korea is, you know, the shopping, the clothing experience. It wasn't bad. Like I'm more of a thicker girl, you know, I have a bum, don't have boobies though. But I was able to buy and find a couple of cute pieces here, so I'm really happy about that. And also shopping for skincare is nice. I love it. The prices are not that bad compared to back at home. Fucking charge you an arm and a leg for buying like fucking like cleanser or a toner, but here it's like there was a discount. You can always find a discount, so I love that. Obviously the negative experiences did shade my trip experience, because it would have been much higher had those negative things hadn't happened. But I still enjoyed my trip. I still had great experiences. I still had great conversations with other foreigners who were there while I was eating. A lot of South Koreans were nice to me. You know, they asked me where I was from. And some of them spoke English, so we were able to have like a conversation. So I did enjoy my time here. And I will do a hotel room tour, because I mean, I've been showing you like this frame of my room and maybe sitting at my desk. Well, it's not my desk, the hotel's desk in my room, getting ready and showing you like the mirror. I'll do like a cribs tour for my hotel room. I'll show you the lobby, I'll show you the room, and I will have already done like my cribs tour of my Busan Airbnb, which was so beautiful. Like, it legit wasn't that expensive, but it was such like a spa-like room that I loved it. Anyways, this video has gone on for long enough, but I would suggest coming to South Korea. I really loved it, and I know I'm gonna be back. I just know I'm gonna be back. And so I'm gonna end this rant session, what I thought about traveling South Korea alone as a Black woman. And yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this experience. Hopefully this commentary, my opinion, does not affect anyone's decision to come here. All in all, it was a great trip. I wish it was longer, but I am happy that I came in the first place, and I really did enjoy it. And hopefully when I come back, I'll be speaking Korean so that I will be able to interact with the people here. Be sure to like this video and to subscribe down below, and to ring that notification bell so that you'll be alert for when my new videos are uploaded to YouTube. See you guys later.